All right, I think I'm live. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Thank you all so much for being here. How is everyone doing? Everyone hanging in there? We've had a lot of intense energy, um, solar flare energy, so I've been a bit wiped out the last week. But um, did anybody else get to see the Northern Lights over the weekend? I posted quite a few on my community board. Really powerful. Everyone wants to know if all of Trump's minions attacking him using the minions to go against the gag order, if he's going to get in trouble. We'll look at that, you guys. All right. So yeah, the energy's been a bit intense. I had my Holy Fire Corona Master class over the weekend, my Reiki class, which was life changing, really powerful energy. Um, I think for myself, a very healing process. So um, that was really great. The energy's been really strong with the Reiki since then. It's normally strong, but we had our members live last night, and energy that came through was really powerful. All right. So, of course, I'll be doing political and current event questions. I see a lot of repeating stuff. We'll look at those, you guys. If you'd like to send a question, please write it in the chat, all caps with a couple heart emojis. I'll get to as many as possible. Um, I will be on with Mel on Thursday. And then next week, next Monday, Lori from the Way of Positive Change. I can't remember if I'm on her channel or if she's on mine, but we'll be doing a show together. I believe Susan Lynn will be on next Wednesday, and then my show with Mel. So we got a lot of time to get to all the political questions. All right. If you could all do me a favor, please hit the thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Really appreciate that. And if you'd like a reading or a Reiki session or my healing and guidance package, which is a combination of both, you can check out and schedule on my website, kevinlovingvibrations.com. All right, let's take a look. I haven't watched the news a whole lot, you guys. It's been a really busy weekend. I was watching some of Cohen's testimony earlier today and yesterday, but let's take a look at him first. Um, how will Cohen do under cross-examination? How do the jury see him? I do feel like he's going to get a little bit emotional. I don't think he's going to totally lose his cool, which is what they want. I think he's going to do a good job. And I feel like the jury will find him credible. And I feel like they found Stormy Daniels credible. Actually, the Trump's female lawyer, I can't remember her name. I feel like a lot of them thought that she was really hard on Stormy. So, of course, the polls are being manipulated, guy. They are being manipulated to get people to freak out. I mean, they haven't been very accurate the last few elections. So, and if anything, maybe the polls will make sure that we have high voter turnout on our side. So let them keep manipulating it. Yeah, I don't think that they liked that Susan necklace. Yeah, I feel like they feel like she was a bit hard on Stormy. She was very combative. How's Cohen going to do under cross-examination? Yeah, he's going to get beat up. We already know that they're going to call him a liar and everything else. I feel like he does okay, though. He's coming in with the sword of truth, giving clarity, maybe even some new new testimony that we don't know. He's crossed with success. The Empress is coming in below him. Maybe it's a female being influenced by him, but no, he's getting hit hard. They're hitting him hard, and he's going to be a bit angry with it. There might be a little bit of verbal backlash with Trump's lawyer, but I feel like all in all, it's like a turning point for him. He'll be much happier afterwards, and he comes in kind of stoic as a good communicator. So I think Cohen's going to be just fine. I said before, I feel like Trump's going to get upset. I don't know if it's with Cohen or if it's with his lawyer Blanche, but I almost feel like him losing it at some point, maybe wanting Blanche to go harder and harder and attack him. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see since it's starting to wrap up. I still see Trump getting upset. Yeah, Jody, I've said it many times. I do not feel good about Trump's health. I almost wonder if he'll be around come the election. And I've always felt like it may be like a stroke. It could be a heart attack though too. And he's also I've been even when he was president, there's some dementia there for sure. But all the stress and all of his anger that's built up, yeah, we're really starting to see the downfall of Trump. Absolutely. All right. I don't think that Democrats are manipulating the polls. I think it's more Republicans so that they can say we were cheated again. But also, too, the news seems to focus on one bad poll and not on any of the good ones. It's to get people in a frenzy or in a place of fear, so they watch the news all day. So it's very calculated. All right. Let's take a look at it. I don't feel like all of Trump's mouthpieces are going to get in trouble. I'm sorry, you guys. They should get in trouble, and that's clearly what they're all going down there to kiss the ring and to say that the whole thing is corrupt. To have talking points against it. But I don't see Mike Johnson or any of his other minions getting in trouble. I'm sorry. I don't know if Trump gets in trouble, but I do think Marshawn will bring it up and say to stop having people attack and violate the gag order. I do see him saying something. I don't know if I feel like there's action behind it, but I do see him addressing it for sure. Right, and it's a stretch to prove that that's what they're doing. But I see him bringing it up. Like I said, I don't know if I feel like there's any trouble for Trump. I definitely don't feel JD Vance or any of them that are speaking out are going to get in trouble. I'm sorry, you guys. But it does feel like it's brought to Trump's attention from the judge. All right. I'm getting the same repeated question over and over again. I'm sorry. I don't see Mike Johnson and all of them getting in trouble. I'm sorry. I know. It is unfair. It's very frustrating. I don't think that they'll visit him when he's in jail, no. It's like they'll take advantage of him now and kiss the ring, but when he's not part of the party anymore, not in the picture, I don't see anybody visiting him. Oh, that's a good question. Will Cohen be safe from Trump? I do feel like he's safe. Him and his family are safe. And I do see, obviously, Cohen's very concerned about his family's safety. I don't know if his kids are still with him or if it's just him and his wife. I feel him feeling concerned about a woman's safety. But I'm sure that they have protection and all of that. Yeah, he's got protection in place, you guys. Yeah. Nine of Pentacles. So this is like the guard coming in. He's holding down a strong fort here. He said maybe concerned about daughter or one of the kids, but this is also probably having to pay. I'm sure it's an expensive expense, but I feel safety there for sure. I told you guys, even though Johnson allowed the Ukraine funding to go through, he's not to be trusted. Didn't take him long to disappoint some of us, right? I see Johnson out, so you guys. Yes. Concentrate on the election, tax registering, donating, absolutely. I've said it before, I feel a lot of momentum for Democrats really building up this summer, you guys. We'll see it. We're still several months away from the election, so just hang in there. All right. Oh, what was he saying about Hannibal Lecter that he then was losing it at his rally? I've told you guys. I mean, he's not doing well. And I think he was saying that there were like 80,000 people at his rallies. There were not anywhere near that many people. We know how he likes to try to prop himself up. If he had 80,000 people going to a rally, there would be a hell of a lot more than 5 or 10 people that are outside the courthouse right now. So that's not true. And even with Trump being the nominee, Nikki Haley is still getting a good size amount of people voting for her over Trump. So there's a good chunk of the Republican Party that does not want Trump as president again. Can only hold 20K. He didn't even have that many, I don't feel, Sylvia. Will Russian compromised Congress peoples be outed before November? I see some stuff coming out before the election, but I feel like some of them may get that are up for reelection may get back in there and they'll be out um, into like spring or summer of next year, Dorian. But I do see some things being exposed before the election. I don't think they're forced out before, though. Oh, interesting. Lucy says it was a concert pick from Rod Stewart's concert in Brazil decades ago. Wasn't that funny? Doesn't surprise me. I mean, remember at his inauguration, I've got the biggest crowds, bigger than Obama's, and it was nowhere even close. What's going on with Angeron, Hilda? I haven't heard anything going on with him, if you want to share. With Russia running out of money, will the flow to the Repubs get cut? Yeah, I don't feel like they're going to be able to influence the election for the Republicans like they have in the past, Karen. They're not going to be able to. I feel like there's still some money coming through, but to me, it feels like all the resources are going to Trump, and he's spending it all on lawyers. No, I don't see them being able to get away with things that they got away with in the past. They are investigating Angron for what? Yeah, I agree, Curtis. I think Dems will end up getting the presidency, House, and Senate, the trifecta. And I feel a lot of positive changes coming up in the next couple of years that I obviously it wouldn't be the case if Trump or a Republican weren't in there. But I see a lot of laws going in place for women's rights, and I see them really going in to help with people, um, help make things more affordable for people, um, getting a lot of more progressive ideas out there. I do see them going after the more wealthy people and them having to pay a little bit more, and the big businesses and billionaires that don't pay anything in taxes. I see that changing. I see them really focusing on cleaning up areas in our government that were exposed as being vulnerable from Trump, um, and I see them putting a lot of safeguards in place. So I feel like they're going to get all three too, Curtis. Oh, thank you, Sharon. Kamala. I do think she'll be president, Leslie. She may be president for. She may take over Biden's second term. I don't know about her being voted in though. For some reason, I don't know. It doesn't feel like she's the most popular president. This is what I'm picking up. And I almost feel like if she does take over for Biden's second term, a couple of years in, I see her that's where it gets a bit foggy for me because I feel like if she does run on the Democratic side, she may not win, but if there's a good primary challenge and somebody else that takes over, Democrats may win in 2028. But I do see her being president, absolutely. It'll be it'll be a little bit longer before a woman's voted in as president. Will the polling be accurate in October? I'm feeling no. I don't think it will be accurate. No, in October. I'm sorry. They'll probably say that Trump and Republicans are doing better. Thank you so much, Deborah. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Well, we already have over 500 people watching. Thank you, guys. Hit the thumbs up. It's free. It really helps. I appreciate it. Yes, I do feel the Voting Right Act being restored, Jade. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. It feels like into the next term, they're really cleaning up a lot of stuff, making it a lot more fair. And I do see them coming on harder on, or I don't know if it's harder or if it's like for news articles on social media or news networks. I do see them having to like it's verified, like with what they're saying. Is it facts or is it provable or is it a conspiracy theory? I do see them doing something to address that, and maybe it's like having to have some kind of verification process before things are posted on social media, before news outlets, um, tell a story, or if it's not unverified, they have to say it's an unverified story, something along the lines of that. But Fox News is going to continue to lose a lot of money. There's even more lawsuits coming up against them. Yep, I can see you, Deborah. Update on Hunter Biden's gun charges. A judge rejected to delay June trial. I feel like Hunter Biden's going to be okay, Sylvia. I'm not feeling him going back to jail. I feel like they may even actually. I know that they originally had some kind of deal in place, but I do feel like maybe some other kind of deals given. Maybe Hunter gets like probation, but it doesn't feel like it's anything super serious. I don't see him going to jail. Will closing statements be next week in New York trial? I think so, Rose Blue. It feels like it's finally starting to wrap up. Feels like they may even have a verdict in next week. Because I think the prosecution, I think they were saying Cohen's the last witness for the prosecution, and then I think they would do the closing arguments, right? I think it's next week. I don't think it's this week. I do see that there'll be high turnout, Dorian. But I've also said too, the Republican Party is going to continue to fracture between now and then. It feels like it's almost like split in half. So to me, if Trump's not around, his base is going to think that it's some conspiracy theory and he's being hidden so he can't be president again. I think a lot of them will still vote for him. So maybe that's why it's a blowout for Democrats. I see good turnout, especially on the Democratic side. Women are really upset. All right. Will West Virginia ever flip back to being Democratic? Will Tennessee surprise everyone and go blue for Biden? I don't think Tennessee is going to go blue for Biden, but I do think that Gloria Johnson may have a chance. I think she's in Tennessee, right? She may have a chance to win. Actually, every time I throw cards on her, she's got really promising cards. Um, West Virginia, it feels like West Virginia is a while before it's more competitive. I'm sorry to say. And I do feel like Joe Manchin's seat will probably go to a Republican. I do feel like that will turn red. Mm. Yeah, that's what I'm picking up with that. It'll be a while before West Virginia goes back to being Democratic. Yeah, Hunter may will be acquitted. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna be okay. There might be one more witness wiki. Last I heard, I think they were saying that Cohen was the last witness. I could be wrong though. Let's take a look at it. Do you see any signs of a hung jury? One juror holding out on convicting Trump. I think we all need to know for peace of mind. I see him being convicted in it. Is there going to be a hung jury? I do feel like one of the witnesses may be a problem, but I maybe with enough fight they end up going along with everybody else. I'm not feeling a hung jury. I could be wrong, Kylie. I'll throw some cards on it though. I'm getting that there might be a woman that causes some trouble because I got the Queen of Swords, Queen of Wheels, Queen of Wands. So There's a lot of female energy coming in, so there might be a female that causes a bit of issues that may have some kind of agenda there. But when I ask, I get, there's charges being brought. He will be, there's victory with that and him feeling trapped. Success. I feel like it's going to be okay. If it is a hung jury, I see him being convicted regardless, you guys. But I'm not necessarily picking up on a hung jury. All right. I will try to do election predictions like I did 4 years ago. Yeah, I'm not promising, but we'll see. That's the plan right now. From what I told, I think I got most of the Senate races right. I missed a couple of the governor's races, but I think it was like 86, 87% accurate when I did those election predictions. So yeah, if I can, I will do it again. It was a lot of work. I don't see Trump in jail, you guys. I'm sorry. Even for this trial. He's going to appeal it. Like I said, I feel like the health stuff is going to be a huge issue for him. Maybe the health takes him out before he would have to serve. Or he's in some kind of mental facility. Oh, thank you, Sally. Oh, Mark Robinson. I don't see him doing well. I don't remember who's running against him, Karen. Mark Robinson. I don't see him winning. I actually think North Carolina may go blue in the election. And maybe like one one state that goes blue that wasn't blue for Biden the last time. I'll take a look at it, but I don't see him winning. I'm just going to throw 3 cards. All right, Mark Robinson. I almost wonder if taking dark money comes out for him. There's definitely some kind of taking money or ripping off some kind of charity kind of coming in for him. I think people find him to be too impulsive, too out there. He's too reckless. And I think young people are going to come out and make the difference in that race in North Carolina. Who's he running against? I don't think he's going to win, Karen. All right. Sorry, you guys. I'm going to try to keep up with the chat. A little behind. Yeah, I heard Karen McDougal wasn't taking the stand. How long will it take to get a verdict? Let me ask the pendulum with that one. The first thing that came, I saw number 2 when I read that. Could be 2 hours, maybe 2 days. I don't feel like it's any longer than that. Will the jury reach a verdict in the Donald Trump hush money case in New York within 2 days? I'm getting a yes for that. Will it take? Will the jury reach a verdict in the hush money case in less than a day. I don't think it's less than. I feel like it might be about 2 days. Maybe that's that woman energy kind of giving a bit of problems. I think it's 34 counts too, so it may take them a while to get into all of that. EMC. Who is EMC, you guys? I don't know who that is. Josh Stein is running against Robinson. Yeah, I think Josh Stein will win. I read on Rick Scott last week, you guys. I feel like there's a chance he loses, but um, he had decent cards the last time. So we'll see as we get closer to the election. But I would say that he has the edge in that race, unfortunately. But I feel like Ted Cruz is going to be out. I feel like Josh Hawley could lose. Marsha Blackbird. I do feel like he could lose. But I think it's going to be really close either way. Yeah, I don't see people really wanting to support Robinson in the governor race in North Carolina. All right. Yeah, it might be the Monday after Rose Blue if it's not next week. It's getting close. Let's take a look at Trump's health. Oh, nice. Elizabeth Cronice McCollin. I don't know who that is, but hopefully that's good for Susan. Oh, Susan Lynn recommends her. Oh, awesome. Let's take a look. I think he's sick now, to be honest with you. I don't think he's feeling good. All right. Tell me about Trump's health. I'm feeling very dizzy going into his energy. I don't think anybody. It's almost like as the balance feels like it may be an issue. To me, that feels like it's brain related. The stomach hurts too. Ooh, the tower. He's not doing well, you guys. There's obstacles, challenges for the health. Wheel of Fortune. So karma coming full circle. Six of Cups, just like love. He's got the Death card next to that too. But then he's got the Moon. So kind of feeling in the dark, the Tower. So something implodes with him, suffering in silence, anxiety. He's feeling very weak, you guys. Like I said, tapping in my stomach started to hurt, and I feel like lightheaded, a little bit dizzy. So I think there's something going on with the brain. Yeah, he already doesn't feel good though. And it could be end of this month, June, sometime this summer. All right. I got to spray after that. Sorry, you guys. Clear that energy out. I read on Israel going into Rafa last week, Jade, and I do feel that they're going to do that. I actually kind of feel like that may be Netanyahu's undoing. What gets him out of there? Because I think when I threw on it last week, I think the first card out was the Tower, which is chaotic devastation. Um, I hope I'm wrong with it, but I don't have a good feeling about what Netanyahu's doing with Rafa. Yeah, and I do see BB going sooner rather than later. I almost feel like he's forced out this summer. He won't be in there very much longer. Well, Minnesota Dems keep the House, Senate, and Governor Tim Walz. Yeah, I think so. That's resonating with me, Lisa. Will the Minnesota Democrats keep the House, the Senate, and Governor Tim Walz? I'm getting a big yes. Yeah, I think Minnesota stays blue for all three. I think I said last week I felt volcano activity and earthquakes. Where's the volcano going off, Earth Mama? Feels like there may be a couple different things kind of going on. The energy's just really unstable, you guys. It's very unsettling. I feel like there's more hostages alive than two, but it feels like it's a very small group. I'm feeling like maybe around 20 people, 15, 20 people. I don't know how many they're thinking are left, but it doesn't feel like it's very many, unfortunately. Oh, Noam's going down. This whole thing's going to be the end of her career. And I do feel like there's some kind of sex scandal coming out with her, too, when I read on her. She may finish out her term as governor of South Dakota, but I don't see her doing anything after that. And I do feel like she had a good chance at being Trump's VP. I think he really wanted to pick her, but not after that book came out. No, she's done. Her political career's over. Yeah, I do see Roe v. Wade. Um, I see them passing something to add it to the Constitution or passing some kind of federal law with it. I think the Supreme Court will reverse their decision too, not too far off in the future. But I do feel like they get some legislator federal legislation done first, Barbara. Mm. Oh, it's about 41 or more volcanoes going off. Indonesia volcano. Okay. Yeah, I think I heard about some Indonesia volcanic and earthquake activity. Yes, codifying. Thank you. That's what I meant to say. Yeah. I feel like there's some earthquakes happening, some significant, not super significant, but decent sized ones coming up here soon too. Yes, I do feel like it will stop being a political football LLC. Yeah. Like I said, I feel like it's codified into law, and it's all going to be good. But I guess I mean it's really upsetting women in the meantime to come out and vote for the Democrats. To keep the government out of their bodies and their own medical decisions. Is Steny Hoyer going to lose his House primary seat tonight in Maryland? Thank you, Dale. Thank you for the super chat. Steny Hoyer, is he going to lose his House seat in Maryland tonight? I don't think so. Is there a female running against him? Will Steny Hoyer lose his House primary in Maryland tonight? I'm getting a no. This might be his last term, though. I do feel like him retiring soon. All right. Will Grassley make it to November? Is Grassley up for re-election? I don't think he's. When I threw for him in 2022, he had the absolute worst cards. Yeah, you guys, if you've been following me, Hilda, I did said I do feel like some hurricane activity. It feels like Texas to me. I feel like doesn't feel like the wind is the problem. I feel like there's some flooding, unfortunately. Feels like Mexico, Texas. Yeah. What's going on with Chuck Grassley? He doesn't feel like he's all with it in the head either. Yeah, there's some healing coming up, rest, retreat. Yeah, the health doesn't feel good for me with him. I don't know if he even finishes out his term. I think he'll make it to November this year, Wiki, but he's kind of illusion, delusion. To me, I kind of like felt like fogginess in the brain and the head. There's some healing coming in, takes him out a little bit, and then retreat. So there could be some resignation there before his term's up. I think he was just put back in 2022, so he would have 2028. I don't think he'll finish out his term. What's he? Is he in his 90s or late 80s? I know he's up there. Chuck Grassley was involved in January 6th. Yeah. I don't know if I feel like I'm getting in trouble for January 6th, Sharon, but it could very well be dark money, Russian money taking that. '88. Yeah, he doesn't feel good though. I feel like I don't feel another insurrection, Barbara. No. I do feel like there'll be some people outraged. There may be some. I don't see them going to DC and trying to overthrow the government again. But I do feel like there'll be some protests or even in some small violence, I think in some cities, some outrage, but it doesn't feel like it's anywhere. I don't see another January 6th happening. Yeah, it's going to be a rough hurricane season, you guys. I feel like the Gulf's going to be very active. I do feel like some activity with Florida and going up into some of the East Coast and maybe the Carolinas, but a lot in the Gulf too, in the Caribbean. Grassley looks like a wax statue from Madame Tussauds. He does have a little bit of a waxy look, doesn't he? Water's too warm. Yeah, the water that creates those big storms. Who was reelected, Earth Mama? Grassley, yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't think he's up for reelection in 2024. I don't think he'll finish out his term though. The health may take him out before then. All right. I don't know who Mancini's what they said about Trump winning. I feel like there may be a couple that attempt it. I don't see it being a serious challenge though, Karen. I think by then people are just ready to move on. Like I said, Trump I don't think is going to be in the picture. You'll have some people that are the crazy MAGAs, but I think most people are just going to want to move on from Trump and in that part of the party. Was Harry Dunn running against uh, um, what's his name? Stoyer. I don't know though. I got all right. Let's see, guys. Do you see China and Taiwan going to war very soon, or any other global conflicts? I'm pulled more into the Middle East. I don't think that it's going to turn into an all-out war, but I do feel like Iran continuing to be a bit of a problem. Um, I don't see China going to war with Taiwan in the near future. I do feel like they may try to escalate stuff or um, make it seem like they might, but I don't see an actual war between the two of them this year. No. Oh yeah, Paxton. I feel jail time for Paxton, Hilda. I don't think he's out of the water. I said it when he paid the fine and I guess got out of that. I feel him getting in trouble, but I also feel like him taking down the lieutenant governor and Abbott. It feels like the three of them are in trouble. No. I don't see Trump winning, you guys. If I feel that energy change, I will let you know. But I don't see Trump being a problem. Like I said, I almost feel like he's not there. Oh, Dunn's running in a different district. Okay. Well, I hope he wins. I did feel like when he announced he was running, um, there may be a chance for him to win, but it felt like it was a bit of a tough battle. So hopefully he can pull it off. I don't know how many people are running against him in for his seat. Is there a lot of people running in that race against Harry Dunn? I'll throw some cards on him. Let's see if he wins. hope I'm wrong, you guys. A few, no one I knew. Got it. I don't know though, because I got the tower for Harry done, which isn't normally a good card. I mean, if you think of it, it could be like the instruction. It kind of looks like that, but um, it feels like it's between him and somebody else. But he's got some burdens and a lot of responsibilities ahead. I don't know who's all running in that race, but um, it doesn't feel like it's the easiest victory. So I guess we'll see. All right. I'm sorry, Dorian. I know nothing about the Mexican presidential election or who's running in that. No, I don't see the appeal courts disqualifying Fonnie Willis Jade, but I feel like it's going to continue to push that case even further down. Yeah, I said I didn't feel like it was going to be a hung jury. I felt like there may be a female that may cause some issues. Maybe it's on the page for all of the charges. I don't know, but no, I don't feel like it's going to be a hung jury. All right, you guys, I'm going to wrap up here soon. Let's see. Will Trump make it to the Georgia court hearing? I don't think so, Cookie. I don't think so. I don't know if Georgia's going to take, I don't feel like it's going to take place this year. It might take place spring or summer of next year is kind of what I'm feeling. So, I mean, if Trump's not around, there'll still be convictions there. All right. Hilda said, I read the following that Judge Engoron in Trump's civil fraud trial is being investigated after New York real estate attorney claimed he gave him unsolicited advice ahead of the multi-mill ruling. I don't know what that is. I'm not really feeling that that's being true. If it's true, I don't know. I don't feel like Engoron was did anything to get himself in trouble. I don't know. Something about that's really not resonating me as being truthful, Hilda. I almost don't even like. It's not resonating with him being investigated too. I haven't heard of this story, so I don't know. Yeah, Sharon says the New York real estate attorney was suspended from practicing law. He probably has ties to Trump. That was my first thought. It doesn't feel like it really materializes into anything. I don't see Engoron getting in trouble there. All right, is Michael Cohen's health okay? I do pick up on a lot of stress. So needing to watch the stress. I am pulled to the heart too. It doesn't feel like it's serious, but like maybe needing to keep an eye on the heart health. Yeah, he's a little shooken up though. It's like a little bit of PTSD, feeling a bit ungrounded. That's a lot of stress on him and his family. He's strong. He's strong. He'll get through it. Like I said too, feels like there might be something minor with the heart, but nothing serious. But I feel like he'll be okay. Oh, Earth Mama wants to hear about the Holy Fire healing. Yeah, it was a really powerful class that I took. I took the Holy Fire 1 and 2 a month, 2 months ago. And to me, the Holy Fire energy with the Asui Reiki really felt a lot more gentler and loving, but also even stronger um, in the connection to the healing energy. And the Karuna Reiki, it's the Reiki of compassion and action, um, deeply, deeply healing. I had a lot of things come up during my class that I thought I was um, that I've already dealt with, or some things that I totally forgot about that kind of resurfaced. So it was a wonderful healing experience, just getting the ignitions and attunements for the energy. But yeah, it was a really powerful class. Like I said, my members last night really seemed to enjoy the energy that came through with that. We did our Reiki and prayer circle. But yeah, I feel a lot lighter. I feel a bit tired because it was very tiring with all the healing and then all of the solar flare activity over the weekend. But no, I'm feeling in really good spirits from the class. Really powerful energy. Yeah, I think Sherrod Brown's going to win, Dale. I've read on that before. I feel sure it's going to win. All right. Yeah, I already read on that, Barbara. I don't feel jail time because of his surrogates, but I do feel Marshawn will address it. And I don't see Johnson or anybody that was speaking out for Trump getting in trouble either, unfortunately. As I get closer and before start teaching the Holy Fire Reiki, I'll do a live stream on it just to kind of let everybody know what it is and answer any questions with that. We'll probably do some healing sessions on doing those live before I teach. So stay tuned with that. All right, you guys, I'm going to stop and sign off here. Like I said, I will be on with Mel Thursday next week. Next Monday, Lori from the Way of Positive Change. I can't remember if I'm on her channel or if she's on mine. I think she's on mine, if I remember correctly. Susan Lynn should be on next Wednesday. So we got a lot of time to get together and talk about what's going on in the world. But do me a favor, please hit the thumbs up, please subscribe. And if you'd like a reading, a Reiki session, or the healing and guidance package, which is a combination of both, you can check all of that out on my website, kevinlovingvibrations.com. All of that information's in the description box. All right, everyone. So much fun hanging out with you all and sending you all a lot of well wishes and blessings. Hang in there. We're going to get through it. Okay. You all take care. All right. Bye bye.